Good evening, everybody. It's been a week off from doing this. I almost feel like I've forgotten how to do it. Did I ever know how to do it? I don't know. But we're here. Going to be on this. Maybe a bit of smugness tonight, or at least happiness. And nearly in the 10k for game week rank this week. 71 points for me. Decent blank game week, so we'll chat about that in a minute for sure. But for now, how's it going all? I think no matter how... Obviously, I didn't do a stream on Friday because I was feeling ill. I don't think anything could have stopped me doing one tonight after this week. So good. How's the sound? It sounds very loud to me. Don't know if that's just my headphones. Don't know if my voice is too loud. Let's see who's in tonight. There's 4 polls, by the way. So the little eye, as always, in the top right-hand corner. Take a look at that. There's like one on Aguero and Kane replacements, whether you should keep Aguero, whether you should get Sanchez in, and when you're going to wildcard. All there. Okay, let's see who's in the building tonight. Felix, how's it going? We'll check if you're still top of the league in a minute. Anish, correct. I'm 73k now. Really happy with that. Obviously, blank game week. Some people were kind of downplaying it, myself included, to be fair, until the week rolled round and I just couldn't resist. How's it going, Laura? How are you doing, Laura? You were really high up, weren't you? Like top 1k or something. Jason, how's it going? Kareem, we'll go with the... we'll start on the questions soon. We'll probably chat about the game week for a little bit first, then start on the questions. I have to chat about Josh King, don't I? Carl, JC, how's it going? What's happening with Kane? Looks like he's going to be out for at least 3 to 4 weeks. How good is luck these days? Not sure what that means. Are you saying how good my luck is? Dazzler, how's it going? Your video looks all pixelated. Is that only you? I hope so. My video looks okay. 363rd. Jesus, well done, Laura. That's awesome. I long to be that high in the ranks. Top 10k will do for me. Sounds all good, yeah. No one has said otherwise, so might just be my headphones. Will I have to do more transfers next week? Well, I'm gonna do more transfers. I don't know if I have to. I mean, 5 now, and at least 3 transfers next week, so 8 in all. For me, I don't think so. Video looks a bit out of focus. Okay. I don't know what that would be. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can... Oh, I can't turn the mic down anymore. Give me a second. Okay. Is that a bit better? I don't know if that's turning my mic down or turning me down or what. When am I wildcarding? I haven't decided yet. TM, you're 1,280th. I don't know how to say that then. Minus 16 points, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Look, I've got a 10k game week rank. I've gone up 50k places. What's the problem? I mean, fair enough having a go at me about a 16 point hit before the week, but you can't say it was bad now. Surely. Your face cam is glitching out for me. Damn, there's never usually this many problems. The problem is it looks good on my end, and I've got the stream up in a separate window as well, and that looks good, so... I don't really know how I can fix it when I can't see what's wrong. But most people seem to be okay, so maybe refresh the stream and have a look. How's it going, Fozzie? I saw that you were sat next to Shay Given tonight. What did he eat? Unless suddenly everyone in the stream says that it looks bad, I'll just have to leave it because I don't know what I can change. It looks fine to me. Yeah, so just to quickly go over, because I know a lot of people were tweeting me about the minus 16. So I said on the Scoutcast I was going to do a minus 8. So that was Lukaku because I wanted to captain him. Coutinho, who I thought could do well, but typical Liverpool today, really. And then Coleman, because he was a good long-term transfer, I felt. Obviously, Coutinho didn't work out, but Lukaku and Coleman did. And as soon as Phillips was injured, I wanted to replace him. I was priced out of Antonio, so I kind of fell into King, if I'm honest. It was him or Lanzini, and I figured I'd rather save the money and just get King. And his stats were really good. Like before last week, he was second for shots in on. I think it was shots in the box for midfielders, something like that, or shots total. I can't remember, but so I went for him, and obviously I was a bit miffed after the penalty miss. Yeah, I don't like to call the game week a fail too early, but when you see a penalty miss and you're expecting a low score anyway, yeah, that was worrying. But the hat trick was awesome, and then probably even better than that for me was Mawson getting another goal from a Sigurdsson assist. That was seriously good. Because obviously at that point I thought the game was over. I thought the clean sheet's gone, Sigurdsson hasn't got attacking returns. So that was awesome. But then, King was my minus 12. And then, I can't remember who it was. Someone tweeted me just a minute ago. Let's have a look. I don't know if they're in the chat now. It was this guy. Abu Bakar Sadiq. He basically said, would you not consider Aguero to Carroll? And because I'd already taken hits, and obviously Aguero wasn't going to score points, I decided to do another 4-point hit, which to me was just a -2. So it's basically a 2-point risk that Carroll would do something, and obviously he didn't, so I've lost 2 points on that. But the other problem was, I was going to do Aguero to Kane this week. So I thought I'd just do Aguero to Carroll, then I can just do Carroll to Kane, and it won't lose me any more than 2 points. And obviously Kane's got injured now, so I think I'm fairly happy that I've got rid of Aguero, but potentially didn't need to do it. But yeah, that's me. That's why I went -16. I've won. Sorry, not won. I've done well. Can't complain about it now. It's set my team up for a few weeks with a couple of those players, Lukaku and Coleman mainly. Obviously, Funes Mori is a bit of a worry now. But as for my transfers, we'll chat about them soon. Finally, he talks about Kane. Jesus, we've only been on like 5 minutes. Harry Kane out for at least a month, yeah. So, if you use Fantasy Football Scout, there's a guy called Facer. He's really good for injuries. So he's made a really good post, and this guy's legit. It's not just some guy thinking he knows what he talks about. So he's basically saying popular quotes of 8 weeks rehab, maybe a little bit wide of the mark, but it's at least 3 to 4 weeks. So he's got to go, really. Now, who he has to go for? Costa seems the most obvious replacement if you don't already have him. I'm looking at Jamie Vardy, but I feel like I'm just trying to spite myself by not getting Costa in. But interestingly, people asking what my transfers are going to be. So during the game, you may have seen me tweet out actually that I could do Carroll and Mane out. This is what it was originally going to be. Let me find it here. It was going to be Kane in. And I was getting rid of Mane so I could get Sanchez. Now, I wasn't too sure about getting rid of Mane. So during the match, I actually looked at what I could do getting rid of Coutinho. And then he went off before 60. So it's kind of almost made the decision for me. So it's probably going to be Sanchez in and then someone for 10.6. So that can literally be anyone that's not Kane, Ibra or Aguero. So I don't know yet. I don't have to do that move. I could keep Andy Carroll against Leicester. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that though. We'll see. Ali over Son for sure. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Son is now a contender. Mane to Egypt. Now it's worth remembering. Worth saying. I thought about getting rid of Mane before the game. It wasn't a knee jerk. It was just the easiest way. The easiest way at the time to get Sanchez in when I thought I was getting Kane. So this was before the Liverpool match. I still want Mane long term. I just wondered if I wanted Sanchez more, especially against West Brom. Like West Brom have been really poor. Do I trust Wenger with Sanchez? Trust him for what? Sanchez isn't getting benched, I don't think. Not anymore. I mean, Wenger was pretty weak. Just benching him for half a game and then bringing him on. Coutinho was pretty bad today, but Liverpool in general weren't great. It's what we come to kind of expect against the lower league teams. Not lower league teams, teams lower down the league. Will Sanchez start? Who genuinely thinks that Sanchez isn't going to start? How's it going, Allah? My biggest fan from Egypt. I don't know, maybe there might be some other Egyptians in here to have something to say about that. How come Walker's not getting much of a shot? I'd really like Walker, but who do I bring him in for? Brunt would be the preferable player, but can't do it just yet, I think. Yeah, Chris Brunt bench was annoying. Funes Mori. See, when I originally thought about getting Funes Mori in, I did check how many times he'd been benched, and he does get kind of rested the odd time. I just hope it was a tactical thing and not a full-time benching. We'll see. How's it going, Kian? Just the 46 minus 8. That's probably still a good rise for you, though, right? Some of the people in my mini league had like 6 points this week. Am I checking Twitter? Same as always, really. We'll see. We'll see how the chat goes, and then if we need to check Twitter later, we will. But right now, the chat's flowing. I'm probably missing a million questions, which I'll try to get to. Brunt to Walker sounds great, but I don't think I can afford it. Maybe if I get Jamie Vardy. How much is Walker? He's over 6, isn't he? Or is he? Yeah, 6.4. He's probably about out of my reach. I don't know. What do people think of Sanchez? I mean, I really don't buy the worries about him starting. What you should be more worried about is where he's going to play. How's it going, Thomas? We're almost in Gabbiadini territory. Should you not talk about players going to have double game weeks? But we already know who's going to have the double game weeks. Right? I don't know. I don't want to. I've got a wild card in my back pocket, so I don't necessarily need to focus on just bringing double game week players in. Am I going 3-5-2 now that Kane is out? I'd kind of already told myself I was going 3-5-2 before he was injured. I mean, to be honest, by getting Josh King, I almost made that decision there and then, because if I'm playing 3-4-3, I don't really want someone like King on the bench. 5.5 million. It's just a bit annoying. Originally, my plan was get Kane and get Gabbiadini and have King and just bench King after next week, but I'm tempted just to play him now. Because one thing about Bournemouth is, yes, they're a bit rubbish and they will concede, but they're always going for goals. So I don't know. When am I going to wildcard? I wish I knew the answer to that. So I'm pretty tempted to use it before game week 36, because there's definitely a few changes I can make to the team to make it better. But I probably won't use it this week. Next week we may know. I think we might know some of the double game week fixtures, so that might make it a bit easier. King and Gabbiadini rotate great. Yeah, I don't like rotating attackers though. That's just like one of the things I don't like doing in FPL. I like to just get my 7 attackers in and have one that I'll bench every week. And obviously you get the odd game where one of them misses out and your bench fodder doesn't play or whatever, but is Heaton now a worry? I told you Heaton was a worry, didn't I? Although I don't think Jakupovic has done much better. So when I said... See, I said game week 26, maybe we should get Jakupovic instead to save money. 2-1. He's got one more away game, then it's home games, but Spurs is not good. Who does Pickford have in 30? Watford away. So I might just play Pickford the next 2 weeks. So I don't know, it's not the end of the world. Right now, anyway. I feel like because I've kept Heaton for the last 3, I'm probably just going to keep him now. I was going to say we're only 1 away from 900 subs, and then someone just unsubbed. So now we're 2 away. So if you're new around here, don't forget to sub. Am I going 3-4-3 or 3-5-2? I am probably going to stick for 2-3-5-2 for now. But Gabbiadini in game week 30, does he have... I think he has Bournemouth that game, does he? That's going to be hard to resist, to be honest. Yeah, Bournemouth at home. I'm going to want Gabbiadini for that, aren't I? The problem is, obviously I'm really happy that King's got 18 points, but he's going to make it hard to sell now, even if he doesn't do great over the next few weeks. There's always that temptation that he'll do something. But this is pretty bad fixtures. But like, do I want to sell him for a -4 to get Gabbiadini in? I don't know. It's a tough one. We'll have to see. Don't forget Man City fixtures from Gameweek 32. Well, I've still got Sterling. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I want Aguero back. So much money. What's my positioning? Let's talk FPL. Let's talk about that right now. Number 40. Felix is still holding on. Surely he can't stay there till the end of the season. What do you get? 58 minus 4. Right? That actually beats me this week. No, it doesn't. Does it? 71, 61. No, I think I just about win that. Rubbish at maths though. Barnes, 8 points. Very nice. That was such a nice goal as well. I don't know if ever anyone's missed it or seen it so far, but it was a really nice pass from Loughton, I think. So yeah, I'm 40th. But like talking, it's a shame we couldn't stream on Friday, because by the time the stream would have come up, I hadn't actually made any transfers and I wanted to do them live, but I wasn't feeling very well, so I couldn't do it. But I wanted to chat about why I was taking like 12 points worth of hits. And like my mini leagues have just, I mean, look at this. 17. Like I've taken like a 30-point lead there. This one I'm still second, but only just behind, and because this guy took a minus 16-point hit as well, so I've caught up there, and like these guys just smashed it. So what a week. Anyway, that's done now. We can't keep going on about that too much. Excellent pass from Loughton. Yeah, Lowton. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yeah, it was really good. Have I got the new Zelda game? No. Not yet. What's my team looking like next week? Let's have a quick look. So yeah, playing Pickford next week instead of Heaton, which makes sense. It's Burnley at home. They have been. The thing is, they're not winning away from home still, but they've been scoring. So I'm not necessarily expecting a clean sheet, but we'll see. Overall rank is updated. Yeah, I don't think I showed it. I think I briefly mentioned it, but yeah. So I went from 123k to 73k. So what's that? A 60k jump? No, 50k jump. Sorry, which I'm really pleased with. Just got to stick out now, and that's one reason I'm looking at maybe getting Costa. Play it safe. That's very boring though. I just don't. I've not really owned Costa that much over the years. Even when he first came on the scene and was doing really well again, I didn't buy into him then and got punished. It's a tough one. But if Funes Mori plays this week, I'm really happy with my defence. Obviously, King's got a nice fixture. Coutinho is probably going to be Sanchez, and Carroll is probably going to be Costa or Vardy. So I think I've got a pretty nice team next week. Yeah, people were saying Defoe to me, because to be honest, I've not really considered him. But I personally wasn't that impressed with the fixtures. That seemed to be the reason why people were going for him, because of the fixtures. But for me, it wasn't. Don't know. Didn't think they were great. But let's have a look. I mean, who am I to question Defoe? Every time I think he's not going to do anything, he pops up with a penalty. So we'll see. Burnley at home, yeah, that's pretty decent. I suppose, like, I don't know, is Leicester away now a good fixture? Maybe, but they seem to be improving a bit. Watford away, yeah, that could be okay. So the next two might be alright. But is Jamie Vardy a better option than him? So Vardy has West Ham away. West Ham are pretty poor. And then he has Sunderland and Stoke at home. And that would be a pretty... Actually, would it be a differential? Let's have a look. Overall, maybe not, but live teams, it's got to be a differential. Top 100k. 7.9% owned. Don't know. I mean, this is a risk getting Vardy in. You're basically banking that they've really turned the corner after only a couple of games. But that's some nice fixtures to go for it on. You'd imagine... I know Stoke defended really well against Man City, but you think it might be a bit more open in the game against Leicester. You've had Costa since the start and he's been a bit of a differential for you. That's pretty nice. Can United get a triple game week? I think it looks super unlikely. I wouldn't be worrying about United in a triple game week. Even if they get one, it's quite unlikely that any player will play all 3 games, even De Gea. Oh, are they playing in Champions League this week? That'd be nice then to see him play against Sevilla first. Can we have Candyland on repeat? No. What effect do you expect Kane's injury to have on the performance of Ali and Eriksen? I don't know, it's a tough one because you'd imagine Son will come in. I don't think Johansson's got much of a shot. I don't know how they performed with him out of the team before. I saw a tweet, I think Jonty tweeted earlier to say they did okay. I like Ali still, I think. Because I chop and change between Ali and Eriksen all the time. I think if you've got them, because I was looking at maybe getting Ali back. Now Kane's out, I'm slightly, I don't know, not so like worried about getting him in quickly. Is Deeney a good shout? What fixtures do Watford have? The thing is, like, Andy Carroll has Leicester at home next. Do I just keep him for 1 week and just make the Sanchez move for free? Don't know. I feel like I have to get rid of Carroll because that was the plan, but maybe I don't. There is obviously the option of just keeping him. Yeah, they're nice fixtures. Palace away, Sunderland at home, West Brom at home. West Brom at home especially because they look like they're kind of just not bothered anymore. I mean, I watched the Everton game. It was pretty boring. I think you should sell Coutinho. The thing is, Coutinho and Mane will probably do well this week against City. And maybe even Everton. And then, I know they haven't been great against teams lower, further down the league, but anyone can score against Bournemouth. So, I don't know. I'll definitely be keeping Mane, I think. Can I give you an injury report on Baines and Van Aanholt? I don't know what the deal is with Van Aanholt. I've not really looked, to be honest. Baines, according to Koeman after the match, he said that Baines will be fine. We're actually on 900 subs, actually. 901 now. So thank you very much for that. Now the goal, when I can be bothered to change the graphic for the stream, will be the magic 1000. Can't be too far off that, surely. Maybe another month or so. Obviously, yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, apologies that there was no videos this week. I had one already, I had the images ready to go, I had what I wanted to chat about ready to go, and then just illness hit me. Really annoying. We're doing the perfect game week to be streaming. Milner took some corners off Coutinho today. I think Lallana took one or something when Coutinho was still on the pitch too. Is Pedro enough cover? I don't know, do you need to cover Chelsea? I don't know. But the thing is, like, before this Kane injury, I tweeted out that I wasn't going to have any Chelsea, Arsenal, or Man United attack. You just can't have everybody. I don't worry about covering Chelsea. For instance, if you think Sanchez is better than Hazard, then just go without. If Pedro fits in and you think he's better than who you've currently got, then sure, go for him. Looks like a good value for money. I like Pedro, but for me, for example, I wouldn't be getting him in for any of the mids I've got now, if you consider that Coutinho will probably be Sanchez. Have I read the hot topics? What, these hot topics? Is that what you were chatting about? I've read most of them. Hot topic analysis for the top 12 teams. No, don't think so. But I may check it out after this. A Willian injury would make things so easy. I think Pedro is going to start virtually, do you know what I mean? Like maybe 90% of the games, but there is going to be that odd one he's going to miss out on. Kane to Costa or Vardy? That is the question. Costa's the safe pick. Vardy's a punt, basically. You're going to expect Costa to probably score 3 goals over the next 3 games, at least. Whether he'll score more than that, I don't know. Vardy could explode, but maybe it's better just to go for the absolute banker. I mean, he's not going to be able to, once you get Costa in, he can't dent your rank. If you chase him, maybe Vardy's the way to go, and that would depend how far back you're chasing from. I mean, I like the fact that they have Bournemouth away and Crystal Palace at home in the next 4. Stoke away could be a bit tricky. Man City at home. No, they did alright against them away, so we'll see. In fact, Costa bullied the City defence in the last game. Why don't I go straight to Gagliardini next week? That's the thing, I could keep Carroll and just get Gagliardini in. Yeah, maybe that's the better option, I don't know. I think Sanchez is coming back for me though. In fact, I better vote on the polls really quick. How's it going, Anurag? Best defender to get in? Probably Kyle Walker. Looks pretty good for clean sheets, I reckon. Even with Harry Kane out, obviously doesn't affect defence too much. What am I doing? Trying to vote. Okay, should do. Best replacement for Aguero, yeah, I think it's probably Costa. Right, voted. We'll check on the polls later on. Spurs don't exactly have easy fixtures. Let's just have a look at them together. I thought they were pretty nice and easy. Maybe I was just seeing it wrong. Yeah, Southampton at home I think will be fine. I suppose it's away games here, and then Bournemouth always tend to score, but I would always back the Spurs defence. It's so good. You see him getting 2 or 3 clean sheets over those 5. Plus Walker's got attack and returns potentially. Maybe even more than 3. Oh, Mawson's been so good. Let's not spend the whole stream talking about him though. Even though I'd love to. I hadn't actually seen that goal. I hope Conte doesn't take it easy and play Batshuayi. There's not a chance Batshuayi starts a game until the league's over. Not a chance. Valencia, yeah, people are looking at Valencia. I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look at Man United fixtures together again, because I had a quick look the other day and I don't know. Like Middlesbrough away is the next one. Potentially that could be a clean sheet. Middlesbrough don't score many goals. West Brom at home again could be a clean sheet. Chelsea, Sunderland, Everton. I don't know. He's been getting. I think he's got 3 assists, hasn't he, in his last 6. Although one of them. Oh no, not last 6. Like last 7. No, last 6. Sorry. But yeah, the one against Bournemouth was a bit jammy. But they all count in FPL. Yeah, it could be decent. It could be a decent buy. 5.7 is a bit cheaper as well. I think he's usually pretty good for bonus too. I could be wrong. Someone will tell me if I am. Borough haven't scored in 23 games. Have I decided when I'm wildcarding? Not yet, I'm afraid. I know everybody wants to know that. Kind of holding it as long as I can. Like for me, I mean, who do I... The question I would have for you, right, if you think maybe I should wildcard this week, is who do I desperately need to bring in to make a wildcard viable? And for me right now, there's not a huge amount. Yes, you know, I can have people like Kyle Walker in, I could change Brunt and Funes Mori for absolute starters, but don't know, for now, I don't think I need the wildcard just yet. Maybe in a few weeks though. Yeah, like Fozzie said earlier, maybe I'll keep Carroll. Bring Gagliardini in the week after. I kind of like the thought of getting Costa in though and just spending the money. We'll see. How do people feel about Barkley? So you've probably heard my thoughts on Barkley before, that just think about him, I don't rate, but I watched him a few times recently. He definitely looks better. I don't know, I was quite impressed. I don't know if now is the time to bring him in though, because they have a nice next fixture against Hull, isn't it, at home, yeah. But then it's United and Liverpool away. I wouldn't be bringing Barkley in now, if it was me. I think there's better options. He was really good against West Brom, but West Brom just, don't know, just not up for it at all. What do you think about Sanchez this week? I personally think I've gone a bit back and forth on Sanchez. I must admit, one of the reasons I'm kind of looking at him now because I didn't realise how easily I'd be able to get him in, just for like Coutinho. So, you know what I mean? The Kane injury, Ibra getting suspended, it's all kind of helped to getting Sanchez back. But I just think West Brom are a bit rubbish. You've got to remember, Sanchez has only blanked twice in the last 14 games. Even when he got benched in the last game, he came on and got an assist. So, yeah, I'm kind of up for getting him back, to be honest. Am I keeping King for the rest of the season? Not really, just in there for now. At that price, you don't necessarily need him to score every week. Obviously, you'd like it, but yeah, you're not expecting a goal return every week. So, we'll see. Obviously, the option to not get Sanchez would be to get Hazard instead, maybe. Is Davis a differential for Walker? Yeah, he would be, but I don't think Rose is going to be out too many game weeks more. Don't know if there's a date on this. Yeah, unknown date. Obviously, there's an international break here. So we're on the 12th of March now. In the next just under a month, there's only 2 game weeks, so I don't think Davis is a good option right now. If Rose was confirmed out for a lot longer, I'd be all over that, I think. Is 3-4-3 dead now that Kane's out long term? I don't think so, because Ibra will be back in a couple of game weeks. You've got Aguero, Costa, Lukaku as like 2 of your 3, and then Gaviadini could be your third attacker, so I don't think so. I don't think it's dead completely. Just how much do you rate Gaviadini, I suppose? Sanchez and Ali and for you, nice. How many hits this week? Unless something really bad happens for my team, probably -4 max this week, I think. Unfortunately, they cost -4 this week. They don't cost just the -2. If you don't fancy Sanchez, Hazard could always go back to Sané. Nah, I think I'm happy with just one Man City midfielder. The reason I got rid of Sané instead of Sterling was because Sterling got his rest. So I kind of figure he's less likely to get rested going forward. And also, you look at his returns, he's been so consistent. An assist, goal, assist, 2 assists, another assist, blank here, but then another assist, 2 more assists here. I think he's kind of integral to Man City, so yeah, I'm happy with Sterling for now. But I'm not really that attached to him though either, because obviously he does have Arsenal and Chelsea away, which are not great fixtures at all. So if something better comes up here, I may make the switch. We'll see. I haven't quite decided yet. Only so many transfers I can make after all. Should you get Josh King? Yeah, I think a few people are asked that. So it's still a good fixture this week. His stats have been good, and Bournemouth do always find a way to score. Is he on penalties anymore? We don't know now, and that's a bit annoying. But he's only 5.5 million. You could do a lot worse. But just remember, his fixtures are pretty bad after Swansea. Do we think King gets back on penalties? I think there's a chance because of Phobie missed, and obviously after a hat-trick, confidence would be high. But Charlie Daniels has got to be thinking about it, surely. I'm keeping Sterling, yeah, for now. What's happened to the music? The music's still on. Should be, anyway. Well, we don't know that Daniels is on pens, do we? I don't think anyone said that. I mean, the fact that he didn't take it after King missed, well, I don't know, is a bit telling. Obviously, Kane was everyone's go-to transfer this week. Who is it now? I don't think it is Sanchez, to be honest. I actually don't know what everyone's go-to transfer is. Because a lot of people will still have Aguero. I mean, you could just keep Aguero. What are my thoughts on Alfie Mawson? Everyone knows my thoughts on Alfie Mawson by now. If I get Sanchez, will I captain him? That's another good point. I haven't even thought about captain next week. I think I'm going to captain Lukaku again, to be honest. I would have probably... I would have been tempted to captain Kane if I bought him in. Will I captain Sanchez away to West Brom? Am I that confident that he's worth getting in this week to captain? I don't know. Lukaku's been pretty good to me. I may just keep not keep captaining, but captain him again. So he got like 12. Yeah, see, this was my mistake, by the way, getting rid of him here, but that's done now. Obviously got the 6 there, and then only 2, but I didn't captain him, so it's not too bad. Yeah, will I captain Sanchez? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe I'll answer that on Friday's stream. Mawson's my new love affair now. Brunt is shit. Yeah, Brunt is a goner now. Here's a stat for you. Aguero hasn't started and scored at home since game week 11, as he was benched in game week 20. Wow. That is pretty bad. Look, the thing is, I think Aguero could quite easily score over the next 3, but that hasn't really been my worry. Although he hasn't been, that hasn't been my worry all season. The worry is that he's quite expensive, and there's a lot of other players. So for me, I already got rid of Aguero, so it's easier to say this now, but I had Aguero here, so it would be like, I suppose, Aguero and Coutinho, or Sanchez and Costa, and I think Sanchez and Costa is the better option. Will I keep Lukaku for his tough fixtures in game week 30 and 31? That's actually a good point. Because I got rid of Lukaku, I don't have money tied up in him. Maybe I get rid of Lukaku for game weeks 30 and 31 and bring in Gabbiadini and then get him back. That's an interesting thought. Because Lukaku, the thing is, Lukaku could quite easily score, and I'll probably want him back here. So do I want to make the mistake again of getting rid of him? I mean, that'd be another 2 transfers used for him after I've just used 2. I don't think it's worth it, but it's a tempter. I'll probably hold him though. Someone asked earlier, will I be streaming till 11 PM? Maybe. We'll see. You have Baines and you want to drop him. Who do I replace with? Do you have to drop him? Why have you got Funes Mori? Because he started loads of games recently. He started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row. And got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean sheets in those 8 games. Not bad. You can see Lukaku scoring against both United and Liverpool. Yeah, exactly, he could. And that was one of the reasons I shouldn't have got rid of him last week, because there's always a possibility he was going to score against Spurs. I think the safe option is to keep him, but I would be tempted to get Gagliardini in. Don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing Illusion says. Obviously, after 30 and 31, there's double game weeks to contend with again then, so... I don't know, someone on Twitter I follow actually said maybe is Lukaku a season keeper? Don't know. I don't think so because there's double game week strikers you're going to want to get, but we'll see. Ibra plans. Am I getting him after his suspension? It's too hard to say right now. Probably not. Obviously, once the double game week rolls around, then he's straight in my plans. So he's going to miss these 2 games. Everton at home could be okay. Sunderland away maybe, but then Chelsea at home is tough. I don't know. We'll wait and see. This thing now, like, the shift now goes to thinking about future double game weeks. Don't want to bring in too many players you're going to have to get rid of. But obviously I do have a wild card in hand. Maybe it's time to switch 3-4-3. I think 3-4-3 could be good. Please play Candyland. I'm not going to keep putting Candyland on, so let's not keep asking. Why did I keep Sterling over Sané? Because of the Sterling rest? Yeah, pretty much. Plus, he's so consistent. I really like Sané though, but yeah, I had to make my choice. Actually, I got quite lucky because if I got rid of Sterling instead of Sané, I would have been able to afford Antonio, and I probably would have got him in. Like I said earlier, the reason I went Josh King in the end was so I could get Kane and Gagliardini, and so I was looking ahead, to be fair, when I got King. Use Snapchat more often. Honestly, I don't really know what to do on Snapchat other than say when I'm streaming. Funes Mori getting dropped is annoying. It's very annoying, but not if he starts again this week. Sané is a differential, yeah. But what you got to remember is the opposite can take effect as well. So if Sané doesn't do well and Sterling does, then okay, he's not a differential or as much, but he's going to hurt you more rank-wise. So then I'm happy enough with Sterling. Funes Mori won't play the next game, but we don't know that though. He may do. Do I like receiving messages on Snapchat? I look at them, but to be honest, I don't like replying on Snapchat, so I know people send me their teams, but I just prefer Twitter for that, if I'm honest. Are Spurs mids essential? No. I don't know what players are essential right now. None? No players are essential. Can we say that? Don't know, Lukaku looks good again for this week. About my goalkeepers table, which 2 goalkeepers would you like to have short to long term? Right now I'd like to have Jakubovic instead of Pickford. I know yeah, I know Jakubovic hasn't been doing that much better than Heaton, if at all really. I mean, he's been blank. In fact, no clean sheets there, look at that, that's poor. He obviously hasn't been getting save points either. But I just think for the money saved and the rotation with Pickford, I'm quite happy with it. Or I would be, sorry, but I'm not going to be spending transfers on goalkeepers right now. That will come along with wildcard. Do I reply on Twitter daily or just when it comes to streams? I try and reply on Twitter as much as I can, but I just get more and more now these days, so it's hard to reply to everyone. We don't have any time for anything else. Lukaku or Costa for the golden boot? That's a tough one. That is tough, really tough. I want it to be Lukaku, but I think Costa might nick it. Would I play Llorente over Mane? I really wouldn't like to be benching Mane, let's just say that. Could Kane be fit for game week 30? He has 3 weeks to cover. Potentially, I mean, Facer says 3 to 4 weeks. We'll have to wait and see. It sounds like 3 to 4 weeks is like best outcome, and then 7 to 8 weeks is worse. So it could be somewhere in between. We'll have to wait and see. But it is worth remembering that there is an international fixture, so we'll see. And so there's an international fixture, which means there's only 2 game weeks in the next 3 weeks. Something like that, anyway. Sell Mane for Sanchez. I considered it before Kane got injured. I don't know if I want rid of Mane, though. I think I want to keep him. I think Costa plays rest of the season no matter when Chelsea win the league for the Golden Boot. I honestly, I don't know if that will happen, and I'd like to know. Somewhere out there has stats on teams that win the league and then how often they get rotated when there's a Golden Boot up for grabs. I guarantee you someone has the stats somewhere. And maybe they do keep playing, I don't know. It depends how much Conte buys into the... do I mean you've got to keep playing your squad because the games matter for other teams? Does that make sense? So like Chelsea can't completely stop playing or play all their reserves because other matches still matter to other teams. So yeah, he may still play. Whether his motivation will be as high, I don't know. I don't know how much Golden Boots mean to players. Probably quite a lot. Since I started my live streams, my rank increased. It has. It's actually a bit stressful, you know. Don't want to be too shit and have to come on here every week and say, oh yeah, I was wrong again. Yeah, Coutinho walked off at like 60 minutes and 0.1 seconds when he actually walked off the pitch, or when he was just off the pitch. I think it was just before where he actually like shook hands or whatever. Oh, bonus for Golden Boot. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I have played Football Manager before. I think that's in there, right? Lukaku was a blank against Hull in the first game. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. He's at home this time. He's in good form. Oh, when the ref blows the whistle is when it counts. I didn't know that. Is that right? Can Chelsea break the Premier League points record in this next season? I don't know. Not checked, to be honest. I had, actually not talking of anything. Let me quickly check this. I think I'm topping this now. Yeah, I must have wanted that. I had such a good team because they put the Man City fixture in this. So I had like Nias, Lukaku. Got Kane on my bench though. Kane's going to have to go. Anyway, no one plays that game. Kane is injured, yeah. Man United to win against Chelsea tomorrow. So Man United don't have a striker tomorrow. Ibra is obviously suspended. Rooney and Martial are both out injured. And Rashford is ill. So no striker tomorrow. So false 9 maybe. I think Chelsea will probably win, but I'd never write Mourinho off. Yeah, one of the main reasons I'm thinking of selling Coutinho is because I've got Mane. It's not because I suddenly think that Liverpool assets are bad. Pogba striker, maybe. Ship Sane or Aguero first. That really depends on the rest of your team and who you'd be bringing in. I mean, given that Kane is injured and Ibra is suspended, keeping Aguero against Liverpool at home might not be the worst thing. Rojo winger. Oh, Fellaini as a false nine. Do you know what? It could be. You never know. Fellaini at the top. I'm gonna be watching that game tomorrow, so I don't know. Hopefully, it's at least competitive. That'd be my wish. See you later, Fawaz. Apologies if I've just butchered your name. Thoughts on the following: Gameweek 29, Phillips to Son. Yeah, I kind of like that. Mane to Sanchez, Gameweek 30. Oh, and that's in Gameweek 29. Sorry. I'd maybe keep Mane, but we'll see. Gameweek 30, and each week to Gabbiadini, yeah. Brunson Walker, yeah. Evans to Cedric, maybe. Don't know if Southampton defender is that needed, but I like the other moves. You got your first green arrow in 5 weeks. Congratulations, Brent. Nice time to get it. Am I thinking of getting Mkhitaryan again soon? Yes, I am. Just wait till that double game week's announced. Mkhitaryan, Ibra, Valencia. Boom. Job done. Your dad has an FPL team. Tonight he transferred in Costa, but is planning on playing Schneidlin ahead of him and benching Costa. Oh my god. You need to get your dad watching the stream and I'll tell him how to play properly. You know what's going to happen now? Schneidlin's going to... Did you see Schneidlin's goal actually? It was really good. I was very impressed. By both Lukaku and Schneidlin. Heard a really good idea on TalkSport this week. If a game ends 0-0, then nobody gets points. I don't think I like that. I know why that like people talk about rules like that, because they want to see more goals in the game, but I don't know if that's needed. And how often are there 0-0s? A lot, or I don't know if it happens that often. Oh yeah, Memphis Depay's goal was so good. Halfway line, smashed it. How many green arrows have I had in a row actually? No, I know I had a red recently, so yeah, not that many. But overall, mostly greens. Gotta be happy with that. 10k rank though is by far my highest gaming rank. Need a few more of them. Would I sell Aguero for Vardy? Yeah, this is the thing I was saying earlier. I'm kind of happy I made the Aguero move this week, because I know if I hadn't, I'd really want to get rid of him this week, but probably would talk myself out of doing it, because it's hard to justify getting rid of him, I think. So I don't know if I'd sell him for Vardy, if I'm honest. But I'm glad I don't have him, and I may get Vardy. So if that helps you. Who are you leaning towards for a double game of keeper? It'll probably depend on when the fixtures fall, to be honest. Someone cheats, so Pickford will have a double game week. Could be nice, save points. I won't like the likes of Courtois, De Gea, I won't be looking at them, I don't think. Would you get rid of Aguero to bring in Sanchez? Maybe. Depends what striker you need to bring in to do that and which midfielder you're taking out. But I would, yeah, just wait on transfers. Especially for those like me looking at maybe bringing in Costa, because if he gets injured in the FA Cup, Jesus, it really narrows down the playing field. Does Stanislas and Sterling to Sanchez and Ali sound sensible? Pretty sensible to me, although I don't know if Sterling's a bad pick, to be honest. If you can do Stanislas to Sanchez, perfect. With someone left with their triple captain, who would you advise? That you're gonna have to wait until fixtures for double game weeks are announced. But interestingly though, Kane would have been right up there, so depending on when he comes back, he's maybe now not an option. I mean, you got to probably look at players like Sanchez, right? You could maybe go differential when the time comes. Ali Ericsson, maybe. We'll see. What I would say with the triple captain though is, don't make it out to be something it's not. I think when people look at the triple captain, they look at it as their triple captain means they get 3 times points, their rival just gets a single amount of points. But obviously the rival can captain too. So don't let it stress you out too much about who to use it on. And I'm not just saying that because I use mine on Aguero. Like, I'm happy enough with my Aguero points. Have to bench boost on Gameweek 37. Yeah, I wonder how that bench boost is going to work out if I wildcard early. I'm almost of the opinion that I'm just going to stop thinking about bench boost, because if you can afford, bearing in mind, there's a lot of big teams that are going to have double game weeks in Gameweek 37, so a lot of the players you want are going to be expensive. So how many bench boost players we can afford, I don't know. Even if you could afford, like last year, 15 double game week players, I don't know what the most you're expecting out of that bench boost is. Obviously, like 50 points would be great, but realistically, it's probably maximum about 20. So I'm not putting. Like last year, I was all for the bench boost. This year, I'm probably still going to play it in 37 along with everyone else, but I don't know if I'm going to save the wildcard for it. You've already transferred in King, Antonio, and Kane for GW29. Now Kane is injured. What should you do? You should learn a lesson not to make early transfers. Wow, Antonio as well. Okay. Just wait now, I would. Wait for, at least wait for Costa to finish tomorrow. Middlesbrough and yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all going to depend what teams are playing for as well. Like Middlesbrough and Sunderland, right now, especially Middlesbrough, don't seem like players I want to own, but in a double game week, I'll be drawn to them. So yeah, maybe they can provide some value, but the main ones we're going to want are from the big teams, so we'll have to see. Hits are addictive. Hits were definitely addictive in the last game week. As soon as I taught as soon as I told myself they were only -2, then it was so much easier to make them. 900 subs, exact. Well, actually 903. So let's get to 1,000 next. 904 now. Keep on subbing. See how many likes we're on. Only 47 likes. We still need a few more to hit that 150 for tonight's stream. We've got enough people in there for it, that's for sure. So if you haven't already, make sure to go and hit that like button. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, Llorente was harsh. That's the thing, like, people like me now can't go and say, oh, well, hits in blank game weeks definitely work. Because it's like every other week. They can work and sometimes they might not. And I've seen people who got in, like, Baines, Coutinho and Llorente. That's 3 points. That's just super unlucky. I just happened to get King. Lukaku I should never have got rid of in the first place, so yes, hits worked, but it doesn't mean they will next time. Check the polls. Yeah, I will soon. I'll probably have to go for a little break in a sec, and then I'll come back and do the polls. For sure. You're captaining Sanchez or Ali next week? Ali, interesting choice. That Mawson goal was so good. Sorry, Banosaurus Rex. That Mawson goal was lovely. Kane was a big differential in the mini league. Yeah, I think Kane would have really become template if he hadn't have gotten injured. Dini, Vardy or Defoe for Kane. Kareem, I'm not sure. I really liked Vardy as a punt, but that is a punt. So if you're someone who's not very, doesn't like a bit of a risk, don't go Vardy, I would say. How many points did I get? Or 2 people asking that. Well, as you asked, let me show you. 71. minus 16, so what's that, like 55 total? Happy days. Jumped up to 73k, so really happy with that. What did everyone else do in the mods and cons? What did Mark get? 63. He took a minus 12, didn't he? 64. I think he beats me. Oh yeah, he beats me by 1 point. How did TM do? Oh, nice. Only a minus 4 as well. Impressive. My overall rank. Oh, you can't see my overall rank, can you? It's 73k now, though. Up from 123k. I was 50-50 between getting Tom Carroll, which allowed you to switch to 3-4-3 and get Kane, or King. Oh, you went Carroll and King got injured. That is harsh. What rank am I targeting? So it has to be top 10k. Getting a 50k rank, this a 50k rank increase this week was unexpected. To be honest, it's really handy. I just hope now that I can get to top 10k. Double game which will help me, but it feels like there's a lot more active players than normal. So it's a bit of a roller coaster like this season so far, because there's so many. I mean, obviously Kane getting injured and Ibra suspended has kind of screwed things a bit out top, because there's so many options. All it takes is for a couple of players you don't own to go big, and all of a sudden you're getting red arrows again. I think Granville's just not been feeling great, to be honest. Same reason I didn't stream on Friday, it happens. I mean, I haven't been like 73k for a long time, so yeah, I'm happy with that right now. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go for a really quick break, and then we'll do the polls. So stay there, I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and then we'll go again, as Stevie G once famously said. Alright, see you in a sec with the poll results. So if you haven't already voted, there's a little eye in the top right hand corner of your screen. Click that and you can just vote on the polls that we got up. There's like 4 so far. So yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, so first one is, should you hold Aguero? 83 responses so far. 59% of you say no, you shouldn't hold him. 40% say yes. So fairly close, but definitely in favour of getting rid of Aguero. Best replacement for Kane, Aguero. I really wish I had more space on the answers for this, because you can only put a maximum of 4. But yeah, so best replacement for Kane or Aguero. 86 responses. 60% saying Costa. That's a huge Costa vote. He is probably the most obvious. Gabbiadini 19%, Defoe 12%, and 6% for other. Kind of wish I could have fit in Jamie Vardy there, but I think people were tweeting me looking more at like Defoe and Gabbiadini, so left him out. But yeah, 60% saying Costa. Probably unsurprisingly, to be honest. So Sanchez in game week 29, 80 responses. 52% of you say yes, you're getting Sanchez in game week 29. 26% say you're waiting until game week 31, and 21% say just not for me. Interested to see how many of those don't get him if he does big against West Brom. Possibility. And then went to wildcard. So again, 71 responses, so a few less on this one. So 32 to 34 game weeks, that is. 39%. 29 to 31, so in the next couple of weeks. 32%, and then 35 or later. So that'll mostly be people looking at the game week 36 into game week 37 bench boost. 28%. So there you go. Fairly interesting results. Costa there, I think, was pretty obvious. Seems to be the key. Would you go minus 12 to get King for Fraser? No. Hell no. That seems crazy. That's probably the craziest question we've had all night. Your 49k with just triple captain left. You'd love to get top 1k. That's probably a pipe dream. It'll be tough, but you've got to start looking at double game week players, I suppose, from now. Not get too many non-double game week players in. But I mean, let's be honest, you can still take hits, right? So if you need double game week players in, take hits. It's all going to pay back eventually. Or it should do anyway. That's the plan. When am I transferring Brent? I don't know. When I need to transfer him out. Not in a mad rush, I suppose, right now. The Maguire wagon has gone quiet. Yeah, no clean sheets in 4 now for Hull, so... Or 4 in the last 5, something like that. Any interest in Hazard? A little bit from me, but not enough to start looking at how to get him in. Tadic is a good differential. I was reading earlier, I think it was Ben actually, let's have a look while we're on stream. Could be wrong. I think he was saying that nearly all the double game weeks are being 34 and 37 now, so... Because it would have been nice to get like a couple of odd ones in like 32 and 33, like, I don't know, like a Southampton one or something. But yeah, if Man United... sorry, no, what was the other one? Yeah, if Chelsea beat Man United tomorrow, which is probably the most likely result, all the postponed fixtures apart from Southampton versus Arsenal would fit into game weeks 34 and 37. So it looks like there may only be 2, which is mostly what we expected, 2 big double game weeks left. Which makes planning a bit easier. Am I bringing in Sanchez this week? I think I probably am, yeah. I think if all the double game weeks are in 34 and 37, then I'd probably look at like a game week 33 wildcard and just try and play them both off that. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not like there's not loads of players I'm desperate to get in right now. Southampton will have a double game week. Southampton will have 2 double game weeks. How many hits this week? Maximum of -4. Would you get Costa in just to cover rivals? That is on my mind, to be honest. I don't know how many of my rivals have him, but rank-wise at least, I might get him in just to stop worrying. Well, never really worry about him, but he's gonna trickle in over the next few. We don't know when they're going to be for definite yet. Probably game week 34 and... Well, you just saw there, like, one of them might have to be outside of 34 and 37, but we don't know yet. It's not a very nice double game week for Southampton. True, but Gabbiadini is very cheap. So, for me, he'd probably be a must in my team, but we'll see. One was Costa's last yellow card. I don't even want to check. That whole fiasco. My own fault, really. I'll look it up, though, just for the laugh. Oh, excuse me. Can't be yawning already. Oh, sorry. His last yellow card was in game week 17. Oh, yeah, because it was just before Christmas, right? Because he missed Bournemouth. Yeah, it doesn't get many these days. That's impressive, actually. For someone that was almost renowned for getting them. Do double game weeks get confirmed after the match tomorrow? No, I think from what I've heard or what I've seen people saying, we might find out when they are before game week 30. So that would be good. The kind of question we have then is, if we know who exactly when all the double game weeks are going to be before game week 30, then obviously people will start thinking about wildcarding in advance. The issue I kind of have with that is, look at those of us that got Phillips in and Stanislas for the blanks. Like, it just didn't work out. Obviously we'll have transfers to fix that, but I don't know. I might hold it. An injury tomorrow. If Costa gets injured, then it's Jamie Vardy then the man I have to get in. He might be, you know. Yeah, that's the thing with Costa. He will always score. Like, if I get Costa in, I won't even really be looking at him as captain option. I'm basically looking at him as like a rank stabilizer. Probably not the right wording, but he just keeps ticking over. He's always going to score points. Ibra's price fall seems very so. Yeah, I've given up trying to figure out what's happening with price falls and rises. Yeah, I agree with Phil. Like, you'd never say never to an early transfer, but if money's not an issue, especially this late in the season, I would wait. If my team was a real team, where would it finish in the league? Oh my god. What a question. I mean, we'd have to play... Hang on. We'd have to play Mawson, wouldn't we? We could actually play... Oh, we'd have to play Brunt fullback, though. I think we play Brunt fullback and play 3-4... Hang on, what am I saying? Do we play that? So you'd have Alonso and Coleman as wing-backs. Brunt in central defence, but it'd be in a 3, so that might be right. Left centre-back. Funes Mori right centre-back, Mawson in the middle, the main man. And then Sterling and Mane flanking Lukaku. Coutinho 6 is not much. I think we may be mid-table. We have a definition in fantasy sports for Costa: high floor, low ceiling returns. Yeah. So he's always going to score. That's what I keep saying. Like, in a given game week, you're not scared of Costa, but over a few game weeks, he could punish you. So maybe I should just get him in. Rank stabiliser. I love the way someone's used that in chat. Is that going to be a new thing in FPL now? I expect rank stabiliser to be hashtagged on Twitter later. Yeah, that team would ship 3 goals every match. You're right, Ken. Your clean sheet for this game week. I don't know, I fancy Everton for a clean sheet, that's why I got him in, but Nias... Oh no, he can't play, right? Nias is on loan, is that right? think that's right. Do I think that FPL should look to find a way to get defensive mids more points? I don't know. This comes up every single year, and every year I probably have the same answer, and it'd be interesting because then it gives you more variation of players to bring in, but it's not very exciting to get defensive points. I watched the Liverpool game mainly because I had Mane and Coutinho in it today, because hopefully they were gonna score. If I'm watching the same game in the hope that, I know he's not strictly a defensive mid, but like someone like Emre Can gets a few tackles in, I don't know, that makes it quite boring. Quit asking for Candyland, it's already been on 2 or 3 times. So I suppose my answer is no, I don't necessarily want them to bring in defensive mids. How's it going, Big Ricey? Yeah, getting defensive mid points would just turn it more into a stats game, I suppose. Because in Sky, I think they get points for tackles and stuff like that. So players like Henderson are gold dust in Sky. Save points aren't exciting. No, but I don't. You just have to have a goalkeeper, right? I don't bring goalkeeper. I don't watch matches because I have a goalkeeper, usually. But I wouldn't say that means we have to get rid of goalkeepers. Oh, excuse me. Didn't turn off the mic in time. Double up on. I don't think now is the time to double on Chelsea defence when they've not kept a clean sheet in the last 5 games. I would probably hold off on that, especially with potential double game weeks coming up. Might want Costa and Hazard, or Costa and Pedro. That's a vicious cough. Announced bad. No, not yet. Do I smoke? Hell no. No smoking. Yeah, I wonder if it's because I haven't been chatting this much since the Scoutcast. I don't know, my throat's a bit, mouth feels a bit drier than normal. Just not used to this. Not used to this streaming now. Chelsea are not looking as strong as they did earlier. Yeah, I'm not seeing many of their matches recently, but I don't know. I expect Conte to sort it out soon, but we'll see. Need beer. I know I'm off beer at the moment. And someone was asking me earlier if I had beer tonight. Nope, no beer. Although I definitely won't be off it very long, considering it's Paddy's Day on Friday, which is also my missus' birthday. Oh yeah, actually, probably worth saying now, there won't be a stream on Friday. It's Paddy's Day in Ireland. And like I said, it's my missus' birthday, so I don't think... She might actually be watching, but I don't think she's going to let me stream on Friday. Thinking about cashing in on Alonso. I thought about it before, but like I said last week, I got him at 5.9. And I don't know if I want to cash him in if I might want him back. Next stream, Abalaga, much better streams. We'll see. I was tempted to get some beer in tonight just because of how well I did, but has West Brom as a defensive team now lost its reputation? For sure. 4 hour stream on Wednesday to make up for it. 4 hours. It's a long time of streaming. I might stream on Thursday. I'll worry about that during the week. We'll see. Probably no video this week though. Probably just stick to the streaming for now. I loved that AMAP came on and got 0 points still. I thought that was brilliant. Will the price difference between Mane and Coutinho impact which you take out? No, I don't think so. I'm probably going to take out Coutinho. Even though he's cheaper. Although maybe I'm taking him out because I feel Mane is better because he's more expensive. I don't know. Captain Sanchez or Lukaku? I answered this earlier. I think I'm going to captain Lukaku even if I bring Sanchez in, but we'll see. Would I consider a 24-hour stream over Easter for double game week planning? Jesus Christ. I don't think so. Jesus Christ, yeah. No, I don't think so. I have thought about maybe, you know, because I've said before about doing one on the last game week, doing it live, so doing it maybe a bit after, a bit before. I don't know, maybe do a long one then. Maybe even get some, I don't know, like a charity stream or something. 12-hour charity stream. It's a long time to talk about FPL though without doing anything else. We'll see. 24-hour day stream, oh my god, my life. You don't want to be seeing that. Am I keeping faith in Coutinho? I don't think Coutinho is necessarily a bad player to keep. I just think I want Sanchez back now. I mean, I hadn't planned to get Sanchez back, but because I can get him back quite easily, I'm more tempted to do it. Do one when there are live games. Well, I mean, the thing is, people, and it's fair enough, you know, most of the time when there's a live game on, people will just watch the match. Wouldn't blame them. But the last game of the season, all the matches are on at once, so I'm probably going to do it then, because I think that'd be good. We'll see. You should start with vlogging your reactions to goals and how they impact your FPL. I don't know if you'd vlog that, wouldn't you just Snapchat that kind of thing? 365 24/7 streams. Oh my god, can you imagine? What about over the summer when there's nothing going on? You said you may take a hit this week. Sanchez and someone in for Andy Carroll probably. I don't... See, I've said this already, I could keep Carroll, but I don't want to get into that temptation of keeping him when the plan was always to get rid. Have I considered Gagliardini in this week instead of Costa and going for a super midfield? I mean, if I was going to do that, I'd probably wait a week to get Gagliardini, but yeah, I have looked at that, but I don't know, apart from Sanchez, who do I really want? Hazard in for King, maybe? I don't know. Structure-wise, I kind of like having that pricier striker in my team because then I can swap as I need to. Oh, Firmino captain, Lukaku vice captain. I had a few like that in my leagues. It happens. It's annoying, but it does happen. God, you're on already. What time is the stream finishing? I don't know yet. How's it going, Elliot? He's missed like an hour and a half, so I don't know how much longer we'll go, but we'll see. 70 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, make sure to go and hit that. I'd really appreciate it. And obviously, if you are new around here, make sure to hit the subscription button as well. We're on 904 subs now, so next aim will be 1,000. That'd be a good milestone, that. Am I working tomorrow? I am, yeah. I don't know if I'm hell-bent on selling Coutinho. I think I can probably get away with not having 2 Liverpool mids. Just remember, Coutinho only costs 2 points to get in. If playing your wildcard next week, what front three would people recommend? Lukaku, Defoe, Aguero? No, I'd probably go Lukaku, Costa, Gabbiadini if it was me. Worried about my health. My health is good, don't panic, don't panic. I'm probably still like, I'm not ill, but probably still recovering a little bit. Just suddenly came on Thursday night. Had the shakes and everything. Shakes, fever. All good fun. Catch you later, Elliot. When's the Scoutcast? Probably Tuesday. We'll see. Too many gins. Ugh. Can't think of anything worse. That tomato soup, yeah. Tesco own. Other brands of soup are available. I've just seen that message from Ben. Elliot, we were only 1.5 hours into the 24-hour stream. You fielded 6 players and one of them was king. That's good. See you later, Calazo. United game 2. Could Aguero be benched against the big team? No, I don't think so. De Bruyne up top? No. I think Aguero keeps starting now. We'll see. Do I think Phillips Murray will start? I want to say yes. I don't know if he's done enough wrong to be fully dropped. We'll see though. I would be bringing him in, that's for sure. I think that's the thing with him now. You don't bring him in. You've got him, you just keep him and hope for the best. It's a nice fixture. Do you expect Giroud to start from now on? Is Sanchez still essential? I don't think Sanchez is essential, but I think he can do well from either position. So, and I guess there's always a chance that he plays up front. Giroud is on penalties over Sanchez. Yeah, well, he should be, unless something's changed. Bain should be fine, yeah. Yeah, Koeman said after the game he should be fine. Do I think Sanchez will score against West Brom? He's got a good chance. What's my squad value? Oh god, you're asking me to do maths now. 103.9, 104.5. It's probably in my Gameweek history actually, could have just checked there. Sanchez on pens. I wouldn't, yeah, I don't think he is. Like, he's on penalties, yes, when Giroud's not on the pitch. I don't think we've had one recently where they're both on the pitch, so. Who is the most nailed out of Walcott, Son, and Pedro? I don't know actually. Probably Pedro just, but Walcott's not been out of the team much when he's been fit. So actually probably Walcott, then Pedro, and obviously Son is pretty nailed while Kane's out. Math not my favourite. No, not when I don't have to do it. I've done my time at school. Sanchez did score the last two and is going for the golden boot. Maybe he keeps him until he misses one. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I would... If Sanchez and Giroud are both on the pitch, I would be fully expecting Giroud to take it. So I'm not going with any Spurs assets for those fixtures. Probably not for now, no. We'll see. Gameweek 30. Maybe I get Sun in. Maybe I get Ali in. I don't know. I'm not planning on it right now though. Loro, I'm telling you now, I looked at as soon as Vardy scored against Liverpool, I checked the fixtures. And I eyed up these fixtures he has now, the next 3. And then I transferred out Aguero, was going to get Kane, he got injured. I'm tempted by Vardy, Loro. I really am. I think Loro will probably be the bandwagon. Well, yeah, he might be a bandwagon this week. But Costa's obviously the safe one. Safe bet. Form fixtures explosive and something to fight for. Yeah, could be. Does it make you feel good to know you have hundreds of actual fans? I'm not sure that's true. My good friends Woodsy and Holly got engaged earlier. Woodsy listens every Sunday. He's probably listening now. I know you don't do shouts, but he would enjoy a congrats. If that's true, big ricey. I'm hoping you're not having me on here. But congratulations, Woodsy. Hope it all goes well for you and that you can still dedicate just as much time to FPL. Now you're engaged. Prediction for tomorrow's FA Cup game. Chelsea to win, I think. Probably be quite tight though. Well, here's a stat for you. Man United's trip to Rostov last week, 4,680 miles, was longer than all of Chelsea's away games combined, 4,335 miles. Jesus. In fact, I can probably just get that tweet up here. Look at that. You're videoing it and sending it on WhatsApp. What a legend Woodsy is. Woodsy and Big Ricey. You can just imagine the things that they get up to. Is their first dance song at the wedding Candyland? If it is, you need to send me a video. Yeah, everyone congratulate Woodsy in the chat. Big Ricey can take a screenshot. Big Ricey, best man, for sure. Who else would be the best man? United players will be jet lagged. I don't know. Yeah, that is the problem with Vardy. He's still 9.6 million, but maybe that shouldn't put us off. Oh, that's true actually, yeah. Sorry, I missed this and with all the congratulations chat. Sanchez did miss a penalty against Bayern, yeah. I mean, his penalties aren't great, to be honest. I'd almost wish he could just win them, not take them. You'd go Defoe with Vardy. I just don't fancy Defoe at all. Really just don't. Mawson is Andy's transfer of the season. I love the fact that it's 2 goals he scored in the last 4 weeks and not got 2 clean sheets. I love that. But Brunt is a pretty nice one, to be honest. Pretty nice transfer. Is King my transfer of the season? No, I don't think so, but it's freaking great though. Every time you don't praise the foe, he scores a double. Oh no. It's really a -2. That's what it's all about, those -2 point sets. Right, it doesn't look like we're going to hit 150 likes tonight, but let's see if we can get to 100. So it's 79 now, 21 more people just hit that thumbs up button. Happy days, get to 100. Vardy's play favours against the better side. So good fixtures. Yeah, I don't know, but we feel like we hope that they've turned the corner and that they've started doing well. In the the fixtures we would consider better. So fingers crossed. See you later, Thomas. The sub goal was hit after about 10 minutes tonight. Yeah, the funny thing was I knew we were about to hit 900, but I didn't have time to change the graphics, so I thought I'll just leave it. We're on 905 now, so 95 away from the big 1000. What does Mark think about getting Vardy? I don't know. The thing is, Mark is... He's not... Did he keep Aguero, actually, before I say any of this? I think he did, didn't he? Let's have a look. Yeah, he kept Aguero, so he'll probably just keep Aguero now. But he's not the biggest fan of Costa either, so I don't know. He might be interested in Vardy. We'll see. He bought Funes Mori in though. Unlucky there. Right. 10 more minutes, I reckon, ish. Any more questions? Get them in now. FPL related or otherwise. When is the Scoutcast? Already answered that. I don't know. Tuesday probably, like it usually is. Mark is a big fan of Defoe. He is, but I don't think he'd be getting Defoe back. But he'll tell us on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever the Scoutcast is. Yeah, I did see the Chris Brunt interview, yeah. Hopefully I'll get a few assists. I wonder if he knows the controversy. Probably no, probably doesn't give a shit. When are you going to stream FIFA again? I don't know, to be honest. It's just having the time to do all this, really. Like, you gotta remember, I'm streaming here at least twice. I'm doing the Scoutcast. That's 3 nights taken already. We'll see. Plus, we chatted about this last week, but I probably need to set up another channel and stuff for that. So we'll see. Felix, good night. I'm never getting near you in the league. You're too good. That's a good point, actually. Obviously, with the international break coming up, maybe getting Sanchez in beforehand. I don't know. Getting anyone in beforehand. Maybe I should try and save a transfer for that. I could save a transfer this week. I don't think I want to. I think I want to like kind of attack it. Don't water down that Andy brand too much. What does that mean? As in, don't do non-FPL stuff. Is that what you're saying? I'm on Phil, man. Yeah, I tweeted about it. I snapped it. I don't know if I Facebooked it. I think I tried to Facebook it. Yeah, it should come up. Should notify you on YouTube. Yeah, you've basically missed the whole stream, Phil, man. About 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna be shooting off. Not too much. Yeah, FPL wise, it'll probably never be more than like 5 streams. Jesus, 3 streams in a week. The last couple of weeks, I've done the 3rd one because it was like the FA Cup, and then suddenly Man City had a double game week, etc., etc. Yeah, the streams are never likely to start before 9 PM. The only thing that would maybe happen is later, really, not earlier. When is the next stream going to be, if not Friday? I will have to double check that, but probably Thursday. I like to do it as late as possible. So obviously we've got the most amount of news, but I don't know. If the Scoutcast is on Tuesday, probably Thursday. Would I prefer Walker or Valencia? I think Walker. There's a lot of Valencia love in here tonight. 91 thumbs up now. If we can hit 9 more, that's all we need to hit 100. I'll be happy. You'll be happy, maybe. How many subs now? 905. So yeah, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. That will let you know when I'm going live next time around. I think you not streaming on Friday resulted in me putting in Grzycki instead of King. Oh, that's harsh. Grzycki looked like an interesting punt, to be honest. Oh, poll update, of course, of course. Hang on just a second. Oh yeah, someone just tweeted me actually. Who's on penalties when Kane's not around? I don't even know. In fact, I probably could check on here, couldn't I? Let's have a look. Janssen and Lamella. So obviously none of those are playing. So well, it's unlikely that Janssen plays. So it'd be interesting to see who takes them. There you go. Son, Ericsson, Dembele. Ericsson, maybe. Could be. It could be that Son steps up and takes him. I don't know. Someone tweeted me it. Oh, as it's getting close to the end as well. the double game weeks are mainly in 34 and 37. We'll just see a lot of game week 33 or 34 wildcards. In fact, because I've used my triple captain, I could wait until game week 34, do it then, and then bench boost in 37. So I might do that. That's almost like, it's not a good reason to have gotten rid of my triple captain, but the weight is off my mind now with that. Hey Killian, how do you know King could get another hat-trick? Ali to play up front? Nah, surely Son's just going to keep playing. We know what teams love. Yeah, we do, but obviously injuries can happen. I like to have as much information as possible. It depends how many players you think you'd change in your team. Like for me, I don't know if I'd change a huge amount. So I'm not too eager to play it. Well, I think if you look at my team how it is there, and I get rid of Coutinho and Carroll for Costa and Sanchez, that's a pretty solid team, I think. I'm fairly happy with it. Gives me King, Mane, Sterling, Sigurdsson and Sanchez in midfield. Costa and Lukaku up front. Don't know, we'll see. You change 8 players, then yeah, maybe it's a good idea. I mean, to be honest, if I was wildcarding, I would change quite a bit, I'm sure, but I don't feel like I need to make all those changes. They'd just be nice, but there's a lot of times it would be nice to make 8 changes. Okay, here we go. So actually, Johnny just replied to that tweet that I got. So Janssen, then Lamella after Kane, but obviously those two aren't likely to be on the pitch. He said Eriksen's crap at penalties, missed 2 out of 3 for Denmark. Penalties are up for grabs if Janssen is off the pitch. There you go. We just don't know. Could be Son. Crouch always staying as my third forward. As long as I stay in this formation, yeah, I'm not going to waste a transfer to get rid of someone I don't really ever want to play. So I'll just leave him for now until wildcard time. Right lads, I think that is me done for tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. Really appreciate you tuning in, as always. Yeah, I think 3-4-2 looks alright to stick to. For now, we'll see. Things change pretty quickly in FPL. Last week I wasn't considering Sanchez, now I'm probably almost certainly going to bring him in. Why would they need an emergency transfer chip? You can just make a transfer. I don't think they need to bring in a chip. Make as many transfers as you like. So yeah, if you are new around here, don't forget to sub before you leave and hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the stream. Just 3 off 100 now. And then we're good to go. I'm going to go and make sure I'm fully recovered. I will announce the next stream on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, etc. It'll probably be Thursday on 9 PM, but we'll see. I will confirm and we'll go from there. But yeah, thanks all. I will press the button, say goodbye, and I'll see you again shortly.